Hello, esteemed gentlemen. True power is never loud. It's quiet, controlled, and doesn't beg for attention. In a world obsessed with dominance, the Sigma male stands in sharp contrast, thriving in the shadows while others crave the spotlight. While most men jockey for position, jerks loudly announce themselves as if the universe owes them something. But here's a fact. Sigmas see right through their antics, and it's not pretty. Jerks, with their loud mouths and hollow bravado, are everything a Sigma despises. Why? Because jerks embody the exact traits that Sigmas have mastered to avoid: impulsivity, emotional fragility, and a desperate need for validation. What unfolds when a Sigma male crosses paths with these attention-hungry, arrogant figures is nothing short of brutal honesty. And today, we're diving deep into why Sigmas can't stand jerks. Number 1. Jerks thrive on attention, and Sigma males couldn't care less. Jerks thrive on attention, and for Sigma males, that's where the problem starts. Sigmas don't need validation from anyone. They live life on their own terms, without feeling the need to impress or outshine others. Jerks, on the other hand, are fueled by attention. They need people to look at them, admire them, or at the very least react to them. It's their oxygen. They puff themselves up, talk too loud, and constantly push for the spotlight, as if that somehow proves their worth. But here's the thing. To a Sigma, all this attention-seeking behavior is just noise. The louder someone is, the less a Sigma cares. Sigmas are wired differently. They find fulfillment in their own thoughts, their own goals, and their own sense of self. They don't need the validation that jerks are so desperate for. So when a jerk tries to dominate a room or make a scene, the Sigma doesn't get sucked into the game. They see the performance for what it is, a desperate cry for recognition. To a Sigma, it's like watching a show they have no interest in, and they simply tune it out. What makes it even more frustrating for jerks is that Sigma males don't play by their rules. They don't rise to the bait. A jerk thrives on reactions, but the Sigma gives none. It's not out of rudeness or arrogance. It's simply that Sigmas operate on a completely different wavelength. They're focused on their own internal worlds and personal growth, not superficial displays of power or dominance. So, when a jerk is flailing for attention, the Sigma is already miles ahead, completely unbothered by the spectacle. At number 2, jerks disrupt peace, and Sigmas are addicted to calm. Sigma males are deeply protective of their peace. They build their lives around calmness, structure, and personal clarity. It's in these quiet moments that they thrive, where their minds can focus, their creativity flows, and their goals come into sharp focus. Jerks, on the other hand, are the embodiment of chaos. They walk into any situation with one objective: to shake things up, make themselves heard, and dominate the space. But that constant disruption, it's the exact thing that Sigma males despise. For a Sigma, peace is sacred. It's not just about avoiding noise, it's about maintaining control over their mental space. They've cultivated an environment, both externally and internally, where they can work, reflect, and grow without unnecessary distractions. When a jerk comes storming in with their overblown ego and drama, it's like throwing a rock into a still pond. It disturbs everything. And that's why Sigmas can't stand being around them for long. Jerks operate on chaos. It's their fuel. They stir the pot, thrive on conflict, and seem to enjoy turning any peaceful situation into a battleground for attention. Sigma males see this as not only unnecessary, but also counterproductive. They don't need the noise, the drama, or the energy-sucking antics that jerks bring to the table. Jerks disrupt the natural flow of things, making everything about themselves. For a Sigma who thrives on introspection and mental clarity, this constant interruption is nothing short of irritating. It's not that Sigmas can't handle the chaos, it's that they choose not to engage with it. They'd rather walk away from the noise than get dragged into it. Jerks bring conflict, but Sigmas have mastered the art of avoiding pointless battles, valuing their peace over proving a point. Number 3, jerks play shallow games, Sigmas play chess with life. Jerks are all about shallow games. They thrive on surface-level tactics like manipulation, mind games, and deceit to get what they want. But their strategy is short-sighted. Their moves are reactive, impulsive, and designed to win a quick, superficial victory, whether that's through power plays in social situations, misleading others for personal gain, or simply trying to be the loudest voice in the room. But these tactics lack depth and sustainability. Once their tricks are exposed or outlived their usefulness, jerks find themselves scrambling for the next quick fix, often burning bridges along the way. Sigma males, however, approach life with the precision of a master strategist. They don't waste time on shallow games because they're thinking 10 steps ahead. To a Sigma, life is like a complex chessboard, and every move they make is calculated with long-term outcomes in mind. They're patient, observing the landscape, analyzing the players, and carefully choosing their actions based on logic and foresight. Unlike jerks, who are caught up in momentary wins, Sigmas are focused on the bigger picture. They know that true success isn't about flashy, short-term gains, it's about steady, thoughtful moves that lead to lasting results. This difference in mindset is why jerks can't keep up with Sigmas. While a jerk might win a few rounds by being manipulative or domineering, a Sigma is always playing the long game. Sigmas aren't interested in petty social dynamics or power plays. They're too busy mapping out strategies that will not only secure their own success, but ensure they're building something meaningful and enduring. When jerks finally realize that their shallow tactics have run out of steam, they're often left in the dust, confused by how the Sigma was quietly maneuvering towards a victory that goes beyond any trivial game. At number 4, Sigmas see jerks as weaklings wrapped in false bravado. Sigmas have an almost instinctive ability to see through people, and when it comes to jerks, it's like looking straight through a flimsy disguise. While jerks parade around with loud confidence and boastful behavior, Sigmas recognize it for what it really is: false bravado. Jerks use aggression, arrogance, and obnoxiousness as a cover for their deep insecurities, but a Sigma can smell that weakness from a mile away. What looks like strength to others is, in the Sigma's eyes, a desperate attempt to mask fear and uncertainty. The Sigma male, grounded in quiet confidence, doesn't feel the need to flaunt his power or boast about his accomplishments. His self-worth comes from within, not from the approval of others. This internal security gives Sigmas the clarity to see beyond the surface. Jerks, on the other hand, are constantly seeking validation, puffing themselves up in front of others to avoid confronting their own vulnerability. They mistake loudness for leadership and intimidation for respect, but all Sigmas see is someone trying too hard to prove something. For Sigmas, the real strength lies in control over their emotions, their actions, and their environment. They don't react impulsively, they don't play to the crowd, and they certainly don't need to demean others to feel powerful. This stark contrast makes jerks seem like overgrown children in comparison, acting out and creating drama to feel important. While a jerk's inflated ego may fool some, Sigmas know that when you strip away the noise, all that's left is a hollow shell of insecurity. In the end, Sigmas view jerks not as rivals or threats, but as weaklings who use bravado as a poor substitute for real strength. The Sigma's calm, collected demeanor is the ultimate contrast to the jerk's frantic need for attention, making it clear who's truly in control. Number 5. Jerks waste energy on dominance. Sigmas channel theirs into growth. Jerks are obsessed with dominance. They spend so much energy trying to control everyone around them, pushing people down just to feel like they're standing taller. Whether it's micromanaging a team, belittling others, or forcing their opinions on people, their focus is on establishing superiority. But all this effort to constantly assert dominance is draining. They waste their time and energy fighting for control in situations that don't even matter in the long run. At the end of the day, they're more tired from the power struggle than fulfilled by any real achievement. Sigmas, on the other hand, know where to invest their energy. They don't care about ruling over people or being seen as the alpha in any situation. Instead, Sigmas channel their focus into personal growth, self-mastery, and evolving their own skills. While jerks are busy wrestling for the spotlight or winning shallow battles, Sigmas are quietly sharpening their minds, honing their abilities, and strategically building a life that serves their long-term goals. They recognize that real power isn't about controlling others. It's about mastering yourself and creating something meaningful out of your own potential. This focus on growth is what sets Sigmas apart. Jerks are constantly battling external forces, but sigmas know that the most important battles happen within. Every ounce of energy a jerk wastes on their next power play, a sigma is using to get closer to their personal evolution. And as the jerk exhausts themselves trying to maintain a facade of strength, the sigma is steadily advancing, achieving more through quiet persistence and thoughtful action. Ultimately, jerks may win some fleeting power games, but sigmas win the game of life. They know that real success isn't about controlling others, it's about mastering yourself, channeling your energy into progress, and focusing on what truly matters. Number 6. Sigmas are immune to emotional manipulation and jerks thrive on it. Jerks are masters of emotional manipulation. They know how to push buttons, twist situations, and use guilt or charm to get what they want. It's their favorite tool in controlling people, using emotions to make others feel small, insecure, or unsure of themselves. They thrive on exploiting emotional vulnerabilities, feeding off the chaos they create in others. Whether it's through subtle gaslighting, creating drama, or guilt-tripping, jerks are always looking for an emotional edge to maintain their dominance. But sigmas are a different kind of creature entirely. Emotional manipulation simply doesn't work on them. They see it coming a mile away, and instead of falling into the trap, they step aside and let it pass right by. A sigma's emotional resilience makes them nearly untouchable. Their self-awareness and emotional intelligence give them the upper hand. They've built a fortress around their feelings, not because they're cold or indifferent, but because they've mastered the art of emotional control. They don't react impulsively or let others dictate how they should feel. For sigmas, emotional manipulation is nothing more than noise, background static that doesn't deserve their attention. Jerks quickly realize that their usual tricks fall flat when trying to mess with a sigma. A sigma will see right through their ploys, call out their behavior, or simply walk away without giving it a second thought. It's like trying to catch smoke. There's nothing solid for jerks to grab onto, no emotional weak spot to exploit. This immunity frustrates jerks who are used to manipulating people like chess pieces. When they encounter a sigma, they find themselves powerless because none of their usual tactics work. Sigmas strip them of their favorite weapon, control over others' emotions, leaving jerks scrambling for a new way to feel powerful. Number 7. Jerks rely on a crowd. Sigmas stand effortlessly alone. Jerks thrive on having a crowd around them. They draw their energy and sense of validation from the people they surround themselves with, needing constant attention and approval to feel important. Whether it's manipulating a group to back them up or showing off in front of an audience, jerks rely on others to reinforce their fragile egos. They measure their success by how many people are watching, cheering, or agreeing with them, but remove the crowd and they crumble. They become powerless because, without that external validation, they have nothing to anchor themselves to. Sigma males, however, are a different breed entirely. They don't need a crowd to define their worth or boost their confidence. Their strength comes from within, and they are perfectly content standing alone. This independence isn't a sign of arrogance, it's a reflection of their deep sense of self-reliance. Sigmas don't feel the need to prove themselves to others or seek validation from a group. They know who they are, what they stand for, and what they're capable of, whether there's an audience watching or not. This difference in mentality is what makes jerks so uncomfortable around sigmas. Jerks can't manipulate or control someone who doesn't need the approval of others. Sigmas aren't impressed by the crowd that jerks try to assemble or the flashy attention-seeking behavior they use to maintain control. In fact, sigmas often dismantle that illusion just by being present. Their quiet confidence and ability to operate independently expose the jerk's deep insecurity. While jerks need a pack to hide their weakness, sigmas stand strong on their own, making it clear that real power doesn't come from the number of people who support you. It comes from the ability to stand firm without them. Number 8. Jerks crave quick wins, but sigmas only value long-term success. Jerks often live for quick wins, chasing instant gratification and short-lived victories that give them an immediate sense of accomplishment. Whether it's manipulating someone into doing their bidding or cutting corners to get ahead, they're always looking for the fast track to success. The problem is, This kind of mentality leads to shallow achievements that don't hold much value in the long run. Sigma males, on the other hand, operate with a completely different mindset. They understand that real success takes time, effort, and perseverance, and they're willing to play the long game to achieve their goals. For a Sigma, short-term wins might be nice, but they're not the ultimate goal. What matters is building something sustainable, something that will stand the test of time. They prefer to focus on long-term strategies, putting in the hard work now to reap the rewards later. This patient approach is foreign to jerks, who are often too focused on immediate results to see the bigger picture. While jerks may score a few quick victories along the way, they rarely achieve anything lasting. Their wins are often built on shaky foundations, which eventually crumble. This contrast between short-term and long-term thinking is a major reason why Sigma males have little patience for jerks. Sigmas see right through the superficial accomplishments that jerks cling to, recognizing them for what they are, temporary and meaningless. A Sigma male's success is rooted in substance, whether it's in relationships, career, or personal growth. Jerks, however, can't stand the fact that while they're busy celebrating their hollow victories, the Sigma is quietly building something real and enduring. In the end, Sigma males' commitment to long-term success leaves jerks frustrated and outpaced, as their short-term gains ultimately lead them nowhere. Number 9. Sigmas operate in authenticity. Jerks survive on facades. Jerks often wield their charm like a weapon, using it to manipulate others into doing what they want. They know how to turn on the charisma, making themselves seem likable and trustworthy, but it's all part of a carefully crafted facade. They thrive on superficial connections, drawing people in only to use them for their own benefit. Sigma males, however, see through this thin veneer. They have a unique ability to detect insincerity, and that makes them immune to the charms of a jerk. While jerks may think they can easily win over a crowd with a flashy smile or a well-timed compliment, they underestimate the depth of a Sigma's perception. Sigma males are not swayed by surface-level interactions. They seek genuine connections and authenticity. They can sense when someone's motivations are not aligned with honesty and respect. Instead of getting caught up in the superficial charm, a Sigma focuses on the substance of a person's character. This is where jerks find themselves outmatched. When a jerk tries to manipulate a Sigma, it usually backfires. The Sigma will remain unfazed, often responding with a calm indifference that leaves the jerk feeling exposed. This detachment not only frustrates the manipulator, but also reveals their true colors. A jerk's charm relies on the ability to deceive and influence. But when faced with someone who values authenticity over pretense, it all crumbles. Sigma males aren't fooled by flashy personalities. They prefer real interactions, where honesty reigns supreme. What jerks fail to grasp is that their charm may work on others, but it's useless against someone who prioritizes depth and sincerity. A Sigma's sharp insight into human behavior means they can spot the discrepancies in a jerk's act, leaving the manipulator feeling powerless. The truth is, Sigma males are not just unaffected by charm. They thrive in an environment where genuine connections are valued, making them a nightmare for anyone relying on manipulation. Number 10. Jerks are emotionally impulsive. Sigmas are emotionally bulletproof. Jerks are driven by their emotions, reacting impulsively to everything that crosses their path. Whether it's anger, jealousy, or insecurity, they let their feelings control their behavior, often lashing out without thinking about the consequences. This emotional volatility not only makes them unpredictable, but also weak and easy to manipulate. They're quick to take offense, quick to argue, and even quicker to throw a tantrum when things don't go their way. On the flip side, Sigma males are the exact opposite when it comes to emotional control. They don't let their feelings dictate their actions, and that's what makes them emotionally bulletproof. A Sigma's calm demeanor isn't just about staying cool under pressure. It's about mastering their emotions to the point where they aren't easily rattled by the petty drama that jerks often thrive on. They've trained themselves to respond with logic and strategy instead of emotion, which is why they come across as unshakable in the face of conflict. While a jerk might blow up over a minor slight or setback, A Sigma will assess the situation, determine if it's even worth their energy, and proceed with a calculated response, if they respond at all. This infuriates jerks, who expect everyone to get caught up in the emotional whirlwind they create. The emotional stability of a Sigma male highlights the insecurity of jerks, who can't stand being around someone who doesn't react to their provocations. Jerks want to pull others into their emotional chaos, but a Sigma's calm resistance shows them how little control they actually have. For Sigma males, emotional impulsiveness is a sign of weakness, and they refuse to engage in that kind of power struggle. Instead, they maintain their focus and composure, knowing that real strength comes from mastering your emotions, not letting them run the show. In a world where manipulation and drama often reign supreme, Sigma males stand as a testament to the power of authenticity and self-reliance. Their unwavering independence and keen insight into human behavior render jerks ineffective and frustrated, exposing the hollowness of the control and entitlement that jerks cling to. While jerks thrive on chaos and the illusion of power, Sigma males offer a refreshing contrast, demonstrating that true strength lies in emotional resilience and a grounded sense of self-worth. As they navigate life with an unyielding calmness, Sigma shine a light on the insecurities of those who seek to dominate, revealing that genuine connections and respect are earned, not demanded. Ultimately, it's this profound understanding of human nature that allows Sigma males to rise above the fray, proving that while jerks may create noise, it's the quiet confidence of a Sigma that truly resonates and commands respect. In the end, the battle between Sigma males and jerks isn't just about power. It's a journey toward authentic living, where the real winners are those who embrace their truth, regardless of the drama around them. If you enjoyed unraveling the complexities of Sigma males and their no-nonsense approach to jerks, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community for more eye-opening insights, intriguing discussions, and a sprinkle of humor to keep things lively. Let's keep this conversation rolling. Subscribe now, and let's dive deeper into the fascinating world of human behavior together.